Hi, I'm Milena from Coaching Center. This is second video dedicated to ICF and how to get your personal ICF credentials. So in first video, I was talking a little bit more generally about ICF and about levels of credentialing. In this video, I will lead you through your possible journey to your ICF credentialing. So mainly we will be creating one video for ACC level and the other, how can you prepare your ICF application for PCC level. But before diving into details, I just wanted to inform you here that whether you are applying for ACC or PCC ICF application, there are three possible ways of doing this. So they're called paths, and you have first path is called ACTP path. For this path, eligible are people who have been going through coach training programs with this accreditation for the program. Then we have this with the biggest letters, ACSTH path, which is eligible for all those coaches who have been going through coach training programs with this type of program accreditation. As you can see in all our documents, we have always in angle this logo, which is saying that our programs have ACSTH approved coach specific training hours. So for most of you, ACSTH is the chosen path, so to say. And there is also a portfolio path, which is for all those coaches who have more than one coach training program, and specifically if some of those programs do not have ICF accreditation for the program, still ICF is allowing them to apply for their personal application, but it takes a little bit more documentation and time. But today, in this video, we will be talking about ACSTH part and only for ACC ICF application. So there are 5 steps. First step is training, of course, obviously. Then you have to gather coaching experience. After that, or in the meantime, you are asked to have a mentor coaching hours. And before submitting your application, you are ought to create audio and transcript of one session for performance evaluation. And then when you have all these 4 steps, you are ready to go to ICF website, to go through application form, to check everything, upload everything that is required. And then ICF is going through all these 4 stages, checking all of them, and from time to time letting you know that, for example, your training has been approved, then your coaching experience have been approved, your mentor coaching hours have been approved, and finally your audio and transcript is approved. And then when you go through all these 4 steps, then you receive an email with invitation to join CKA, which is Coach Knowledge Assessment. Now I will take you through all of these steps in some more details. So for those who want to apply for ACC ICF credentials, ICF is asking that you have at least 60 hours of coach specific training through this ACSTH program approved. Since you are enrolled in coaching center programs, our programs already have this ACSTH credentialing. So as you receive our certificate, you can say your training is checked if you have gone through whole 60 hours of our training. Then you have a step 2, which is coaching experience. You are asked to document at least 100 hours of coaching experience. These coaching hours are counted only hours which start from the beginning date of your first coach training program that you are submitting in your documentation. If you have some coaching hours that you have done previously, it's not something that you calculate in your documentation. From these 100 hours, 70 hours have to be paid and 30 hours can be pro bono. When we say paid, it's actually not only paid by money. You can be paid by exchanging services, for example, peer-to-peer coaching, or exchanging coaching services to some other type of services as well. So these 100 hours also, you have to have at least 8 different persons that you coached, but it can be through only one client, which can be one company. And the final, from this 100 hours, at least 25 hours coaching experience have to occur during 24 months prior to your submission of documentation. And how do you submit your documentation? Actually, you don't. When you go to ICF application form, you check there that you have everything that they require, and you download before your coaching log. It is Excel table in which you state some basic information about your coaching experience and practice. This is your clients' names, their email addresses, dates that you started your coaching practices with this specific client, date that you ended, how many hours did you have per specific client, was it paid or pro bono, and what type of coaching was it? Was it individual, group, or team coaching? And you keep this log on your computer, and you may be called upon random audit where you submit then your coaching log, otherwise not. So this was step 2. Then we have step 3, which is mentor coaching hours. ICF is requiring from us to have at least 10 hours of mentor coaching prior to submission of application. Your mentor coach can hold rather ICC, PCC, or MCC credential if you're applying for ACC. From these 10 hours, or 7 hours can happen in group setting, and 3 hours at least have to be one-on-one coaching. And something that is not written here, these 10 hours have to occur in period of at least 3 months. This is how we actually create our mentor coaching program if you are interested to apply to. And then something very related to mentor coaching hour is coaching session performance evaluation. ICF is requiring for all of you that are applying for ACC to upload one recorded coaching session where it is evaluated for your performance on ICF core competencies. It has to be complete coaching session, which is not edited, which is lasting from 20 minutes to 60 minutes. And it has to be an actual coaching between you and your client, whether it's paid or pro bono. And it cannot be part of training, but it can be your regular peer coach. When you apply on our mentor coach program, this is something that we go through with you and make sure that you have one recorded coaching session in good standing, so to say, that most possibly will be approved by ACC. This was step 4. So up to this, you have gathered all the documentation and all the requirements that ICF is asking from you. You can go to ICF website and start your application form. When you finish all of this, as I said, ICF is going through each of them. And then when finally your performance evaluation of coaching session is approved, then you receive an email and you have to go through CKA, which is Coach Knowledge Assessment. It is an assessment which is consisting at this moment from 105 to 55 multiple choice test items. And the knowledge that they are assessing is ICF definition of coaching, things from core competencies and code of ethics mainly, but specifically 5 domains are part of this assessment, and these are setting the foundation, co-creating the relationship, communicating effectively, facilitating learning and results, and coaching foundations and knowledge base. So this is the final step. After that, you are waiting for your ICF ACC badge and certificate and whole credential. And the last information is about how, I guess this is something that you may be interested in also. If you are ICF member, for ACC application is $300 US. If you are not, it's $500 US. Membership is something like maybe a little bit less than $200 US for 1 year. And of course, you have some benefits if you are ICF members. And they say estimated timeline for review is 14 weeks. Of course, sometimes for some people it is a little bit shorter. For some people, maybe a little bit delayed than 14 weeks. So this was a video about how do you apply to ACC ICF personal credentials, and you can find on our learning platform another video dedicated to PCC individual credential application. Thank you for watching. See you. Bye.